One hell of a move.
Alright guys, we're ready to start installing the pistons to the crank. We'll lay down some poly because it's really oily. You gotta oil up everything, the skirts and everything, and oil up these cylinders to use the ring compressor. So we got some poly to lay down so we're not staying in the concrete. And we're all set. We have our pistons ready to go. They're all situated. We double checked and made sure that we were all properly installed. And one of the things about the 396, they want the valve relief up, and they want the tangs facing the outside edge of, say, the oil pump rail there. So the tangs got to be facing outwards. No tangs face the cam. Tangs face outside. So if you're sitting in the motor like that, they want them tangs looking out. So they're all done, checked over, made sure. You know that this is a very important step, and you got to cross your T's and dot your I's and make sure everything is absolutely perfect. So we'll start assembling them. This is the intro to this little series. We had just done the crankshaft on the past series. This one now is the pistons. So hope you guys stick around and enjoy this series, and we'll see you in a bit. Peace. Alright, we put one piston in. We're just checking it, clearance on the crank journals. These little caps are tricky. I hate these caps, man. Sometimes you gotta be a little finicky with them. Here's the plastic gauge, and they call for 7/10, which is 0.007, or 0.0028, which is like 3/1000. So we use the red plastic gauge. It's a smaller. It's got a smaller parameter here. Where the green ones, you get a little bit bigger of a parameter. So you take the chart, and you can see the red, and you put the chart right at 3/1000, and we're right there. We're right at 3/1000. So you're right at the cusp, actually, and there's really not much more you can do with this, but that's acceptable for our application. It's not going to be going down a quarter mile at 1,000,000 miles an hour. So we got that first one in. We'll show you. I didn't show you us putting the piston in because I was kind of rushing through it. And we have, as you can see, we got a winner! Ding, 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 ding! Out of the three, the brand new one worked, so the old ones don't work. Alright, so we're going to do that. We'll bring you back. I was showing you drive a piston down into the cylinder, and we'll take it from there. Alright, guys. Peace. Hey, guys, valuable lesson. When you open these things up, use the key and slowly open it. Don't let it snap back, because then you get not the goodness. Alright, we clock the rings. Essentially, you have top gap here, bottom compression gap 180. Then you have top of the oil scraper, bottom of it, and then the bottom of the actual coil here, the tang here, is in here. So it's all, I mean, they have a specific order, but Joey's done this. I've done a couple motors with him. Never have an issue as long as they're gapped properly. We're now going to use assembly lube on the bearing and the mating surface on the crank journal, and lube it up, and then we're going to push this thing down into its hole. So it was really cold this morning, and it took a long time for this
Garage to heat up.
Yeah, it was really cold this morning. And what is it? What were we coming by? What was, like 13 degrees?
Yeah, 13.
13.
That was mid-morning.
Yeah, that's 13 degrees in the afternoon, and it was actually comfortable because the sun's out and the sun's warm. But you think solar heating, you would get warmer weather, but apparently that's not the case. Alright, so I have to place this down, make sure my rings don't move around. I'm using just regular standard motor oil here, 30 weight. and I'm just lubing the inside of the ring compressor. I gotta get this damn straw out of here. We had this thing fall down and it broke. So, making sure that's nice and slick in there. We want that nice and slick. Stay. Okay. I also want to put some on the rings themselves. Then we got my wife calling me. She's young and beautiful.
Yeah, nice ringtone.
I know, really, man. Well, I know that's when it's hers. I can ignore it. No, I'll call her back. This has a little bit more important right now. So I gotta open up this ring compressor just a little bit more. But bear with me, guys. It's like you gotta do 10 things at once. And we don't have the actual dead blow hammer.
Oh, you're getting caught up for here in this ring.
Yeah.
Shit, right back here? Alright, there you go.
Okay. I gotta open it up more. It wants to come out more. This really is time consuming. And this ring compressor is a Craftsman. Here we go. And it's a Craftsman. I've had this thing stored, I don't know how long. When we did the Camaro, when we did the engine build on her.
I think we used that one.
No, we didn't use it. I bought this one with the intention of using it, but you had that one.
That's what I'm saying. That's when we used the other one. But now the other one's kind of destroyed.
Not kinda. Kinda was too generous of a word.
Yeah, I'm being polite.
Yeah, I think you already hurt its feelings too much. Okay, you want this sitting square on the face of the block. You also want your piston going down square, because if it's crooked, it's going to end up hitting the crankshaft throw, and it won't go down all the way. Okay, we're sitting flat. We're situated with our valve relief up on this block. That's how it goes. I'm using a hammer. We got some tape on it. We don't want to mar up the piston head too much, but we don't. He had the dead blow, the sand filled.
Yeah, that's gone.
It's gone by the wayside.
Uh-oh, you're in trouble now.
Okay, it's in. I gotta answer this phone before I get arrested. The doghouse is waiting for me. So that's how you get it down, and then we just drive it down. We got the rubber hoses on the edge of the connecting rod bolt so we don't scratch the crank. And I gotta answer this phone. Okay guys, this is done. The short block part of it, aside from oil pump and oil pan, all set. We just started chugging along, I didn't even bother. We got the cam in, timing gear set. That's all done, ready to go. What's next now is heads, lifters, push rods, rocker arms, intake, distributor, timing chain cover, water pump, harmonic balancer, just the rest of it. And, after we get that done, which won't be anytime soon, gotta hold off a little bit. You see those rusted legs there in the corner? Well, that's a subframe. What we're gonna do is gonna bolt this motor to the subframe, and we're gonna fire it off and break it in here in the garage. We're just gonna get some makeshift exhaust pipes and go out the door. Hopefully the weather will be breaking by that time. We're expecting what, 5 inches tomorrow?
Another 5, yeah.
Another 5, and then like a really bad kind of snowy, rainy blizzard thing Wednesday. March 1st?
Yep, tomorrow.
Tomorrow's March 1st. We got 30 inches of snow outside. So that's it for that series. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing. This is Mark from the Second Gen Chicken Farmy Poopadoozle. Be well, be safe. Stay away from that. And we will see you on the next one. Peace.